Hi there. This is my Eton E1 in a bit of a mess. I bought this radio just over a year ago, and I'd been looking for one for a long time because, obviously widely regarded as the best portable shortwave radio ever made. I'd spent a lot of time with my Sony ICF 2001D, and this was kind of a logical progression, other than buying something like a PL 880. So this thing arrived. I got it off eBay actually. I can't remember what I paid for it. It was quite a lot of money, but it arrived in the original box, but without a manual, without all the proper packing. It was kind of wedged into the box with some lumps of polystyrene, but it was okay. It didn't ship with batteries, or so I thought. And without a manual, I simply proceeded to start putting D cells into it until the battery compartment filled up. It's not sort of you don't see all the batteries. There's like a I'll show you if you're not familiar with this receiver. There's kind of like a flip top lid. There you go, and you kind of the batteries go in there one at a time until you run out of space. So I did that, and what I did was put 3 batteries into it. Now, there's a removable kind of plastic sort of partition or cover, and on there, as you can see, it clearly says 4 alkaline D cells. But I put 3 into it, and the radio was full, basically. The battery compartment was full of batteries, so didn't think anything more of it. Didn't see that, didn't have a manual. And clearly, the person that sold me this radio was aware that, in actual fact, there was a battery, here it is, that had been stuck in there, obviously, for a long time, and shipped me this radio with this battery stuck at the end of the battery compartment, and obviously couldn't get it out. And although I managed to, but only by taking it apart. So anyway, what happened was, got home from work tonight and switched it on, thought I'll listen to Radio 4, nothing, didn't power up at all, took the batteries out, replaced them, still no power, took my multimeter and measured the voltage on all the batteries that were in it. The other 3, they were all fine, 1.5 something volts, so I had a look online and couldn't really find anything. There's a reset button, which I'll show you, which is the smaller of those 2 black circles. So I put a pin in there to reset it, and still nothing. So so then I thought, well, okay, I'll have a closer look. Had a closer look, and then realised that this radio takes 4 D cells. So it's my fault as much as anything else, I suppose, for not sort of paying attention. So anyway, I managed to get the radio apart and discovered this beauty, which has clearly been in this radio for years. On the bottom of the radio, there's kind of some kind of white gunk, acid or whatever it is that's leaked from this battery. But at least I've managed to identify what the problem is now. So pretty easy to take apart, actually. These Etons, the way that they're sort of put together, it is literally just those screws. So it's basically just undo a few screws, and the whole shell kind of splits into 2. So yeah, I had to unplug a couple of ribbon cables, but just to kind of get it fully apart. So anyway, so there you go. So moral of the story is, if you buy a radio that you're not familiar with and you don't have a manual, have a look online or print out a PDF or something. So I'm a bit pissed really, because I paid really good money for this radio, and the guy that sold it me was fully aware that this radio had a battery stuck in it. Now maybe I should have looked at the manual. Well, I definitely should have done, but I'm still sort of a bit pissed off really. So anyway, I'm going to put 4 new batteries in it, and hopefully it will power up. But there you go, a lesson learnt for me. Read the bloody manual. So alright, so I'm going to try and put some batteries in it and see if I can get this thing going. I'll probably post another video, hopefully with it working. Alright, well, thanks for watching.